This painting only took me about 20 minutes, and I think I nailed it. So E.T., iconic scene, flying across the moon, and I knew I had to paint this. It looked pretty easy, and I was right. I only used two colors. I used black and blue. The first thing I did after doing a really simple sketch, I used the actual, so Elliot and E.T. on the bike, I used pen and ink just to draw it in. I used a masking around this moon because I want to make sure that will stay nice and crisp before I do the sky. And the sky is just all one tone. I don't have to worry about where the horizon is if it goes into the horizon because it's going to be painted black. More even and smooth if the paper was already wet. And then I did a few passes of just blue paint. So this was a little more difficult just to get the moon looking crater-like, just because I didn't feel like I had control over where this paint was going, because of the paper that buckles a little bit, and that's my lack of experience showing here. So moving around and trying to make it look like I was trying to move it around and make it look a little more spontaneous instead of like this swirl that's happening. So a lot of splotching, a lot of work, a lot of going over this again. So the fun part of this was actually the foreground, the mountains and the trees, whatever it is in there, it's there because it's just shadow, and it was so much fun just to go over it with black. The trees were my absolute favorite. So I have this wide flat brush that I've used, and I just use the flat end to get those, to go up and get those tree branches, and I really liked the result. It was a lot of fun. This tree that's in front of the moon, I always feel like it has such a unique shape, and I've seen it throughout my whole life, and I wanted to make sure I got that shape right. And that's it, a whole ET scene with just two colors. It was a lot of fun to do, and I recommend it. Be sure to subscribe. I am using these movie references to learn painting, and I'm only gonna get better. Talk to you later.